Enough that people have been DMing me asking for news. Here's where things stand. Hannah got into 3 state universities. Full ride to one of them based on her grades and her personal essay about overcoming family trauma. She cried when she got the acceptance letter. Happy tears this time. She's leaving in August. I'm proud of her, but the apartment's going to feel empty. As for me, I used part of the inheritance money to enroll in community college. Night classes. I'm working toward an associate's degree in business management. Maybe I'll run my own warehouse someday. Maybe something else. But I'm finally doing something for myself. The weirdest development came 3 weeks ago. I got a letter from my dad. Actually mailed, not texted or emailed. Handwritten. 3 pages. It was mostly bullshit. Excuses about his unemployment, his stress, his desperation. How he'd convinced himself he deserved that money because he'd taken care of his father at the end while I was off living my life. But buried in the 3rd page was something that felt real. I was jealous of you. Your grandfather always liked you better. Talked about you constantly. Left you money he never offered me. I worked for that man for 20 years and he still chose you. I know that doesn't excuse what I did. I know I destroyed our family. But I need you to understand that it wasn't just about money. It was about feeling like I mattered to him and realizing I never did. I read that letter 5 times, trying to figure out if I felt bad for him. I didn't. Understanding why someone hurt you doesn't mean you have to forgive them. My dad's jealousy and insecurity weren't my problem. He made his choices. I made mine. I didn't respond to the letter, but I didn't throw it away either. I put it in a box with all the legal documents from the case. Maybe someday I'll want to remember how it all went down. Maybe not. Hannah saw it on the counter before I put it away. Did you read it? She asked. Yeah. Are you going to write back? No. She nodded. Good. He doesn't deserve it. We ordered Chinese food that night. Hannah told me about her boyfriend, this kid from her calculus class who wants to be an engineer. I pretended to be stern about it, but she just laughed. You're not dad, she said. You don't get to do the scary protective brother thing. Watch me try. She smiled. You know what's funny? When I think about family now, I think about you, not them. It's like they're people I used to know, and you're the person who matters. You're the person who matters to me too, I said. And I meant it. We've been through hell. We've lost a lot. But we've gained something too. Something real. Something that isn't based on obligation or genetics or guilt. It's based on showing up, on making hard choices, on protecting each other when no one else would. That's family, the real kind. Final update, 1 year later. It's been almost 3 years since Christmas dinner. Since my dad told me I was a burden and my life split into before and after. Hannah's finishing her sophomore year of college. She's studying psychology, says she wants to help kids from messed up families. She comes home on breaks. We video chat every Sunday. She's got a serious boyfriend now, the engineering student. I met him at Thanksgiving. He seems decent, treats her well. I finished my associate's degree. Applied to a university program for business management. Got in. I'm starting in the fall. Working full-time and going to school, but I've been doing that for 2 years now. I can handle it. The apartment doesn't feel empty anymore. I got used to living alone. Kind of like it, actually. I went on a few dates. Nothing serious yet. Turns out having your family implode and sue your father makes for complicated dinner conversation. But I'm not in a hurry. 3 months ago, I got another letter from my dad. This one was shorter. Just a few lines. I'm working again. Warehouse job, like you. The irony isn't lost on me. I'm paying back everyone I owe, slowly. Your mother and I are divorced. She's still in Virginia. I don't know if I'll ever fix what I broke, but I want you to know I think about it every day. I think about you and Hannah every day. I still didn't respond. But something in me shifted when I read it. Not forgiveness. I'm not there. Maybe I'll never be. But I realized I wasn't angry anymore. Anger takes energy. It keeps you connected to the person you're angry at. And I didn't want to be connected to him anymore. I wanted to be free, so I let it go. Not the memory, not the lessons I learned, but the active anger, the constant loop of what he did and what I lost. I let it go, Hannah noticed. You seem different, she said over winter break. Lighter. Yeah, I said. I think I'm finally okay. Because of Dad's letter? Because I realized his guilt isn't mine to carry. I did what I had to do. He did what he chose to do. And now we both have to live with it. She was quiet. Then she said, I got a letter from Mom. That surprised me. When? 2 weeks ago. She wants to meet. Says she's been in therapy. Says she understands now that she failed us. Do you want to meet her? I don't know. Part of me wants to hear her out. Part of me thinks it's too late. It's your choice. Whatever you decide, I'll support you. She ended up meeting Mom at a coffee shop near campus. I didn't go. She called me after. How was it? Weird. She looks older. She cried a lot. Apologized for choosing Dad over us. Said she was scared and didn't know what to do. Do you believe her? I think she believes it. I don't know if that's the same thing. Are you going to see her again? Maybe, but not anytime soon. She doesn't get to just come back because she's sorry. I was proud of her for that, for knowing her worth, for not accepting scraps of affection from someone who'd thrown her away. Last week, I drove past my old neighborhood. The house sold again, new family living there now. I didn't feel anything looking at it. No nostalgia, no anger. It was just a house where some stuff happened once. I kept driving. That night, I sat down and finally let myself think about what I'd want to say to my dad if I ever saw him again. Not in anger, just truth. I'd tell him that he taught me what kind of man not to be. He taught me that blood doesn't make you family, choices do. He taught me that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away from people who hurt you, even if they're your parents. I'd tell him that I'm okay now, that Hannah's okay, that we built something good from the mess he left behind, and I'd tell him that I hope he finds peace. But I don't need to be part of that process. Then, I'd walk away, and I wouldn't look back. But I haven't seen him, and honestly, I probably never will. That chapter is closed. These days, I'm focused on what's ahead, on my degree, on my future, on being there for Hannah as she builds her life, on maybe, eventually, building a family of my own, one based on respect and honesty and actually showing up. Because that's what I learned from all of this. Family isn't who you're born to, it's who you choose, who chooses you, who stays when things get hard. Hannah chose me, I chose her, and that's enough. Sometimes people ask if I regret how things went down, if I wish I'd handled it differently, if I think I should have tried to work it out privately instead of involving lawyers and police. The answer is no. My dad committed fraud. He stole from me. He kicked me out to hide it. He destroyed Hannah's phone and cornered her in her room. Those aren't things you work out over family dinner. Those are crimes. And they had consequences. I did what I had to do to protect myself and my sister. I'd do it again, every single time. Because some things matter more than keeping the peace, more than maintaining appearances, more than pretending everything's fine when it's not. Things like truth, and justice, and protecting the people who depend on you. 3 years ago, at Christmas dinner, my dad called me a burden. He was wrong. I wasn't the burden. His lies were. His theft was. His jealousy and insecurity were. And once I walked away from all of that, once I stopped carrying weight that was never mine to carry, I finally got to find out who I actually am. I'm a college student, a warehouse supervisor, a brother, a fighter, a survivor. I'm someone who knows what it costs to stand up for yourself, and I'm someone who knows it's worth it. That's my story. That's what happened when my dad called me a burden and I decided to stop being one. I walked away. I fought back. I protected my sister, and I built a life worth living. And if you're reading this because you're in a similar situation, because your family is hurting you or using you or stealing from you, I want you to know something. You're not the burden. You never were, and you deserve better. So take it. Fight for it. Walk away if you have to. Build something new, because you're worth it. And sometimes, the best revenge is simply refusing to carry someone else's dysfunction on your back anymore. Be free, be strong, and remember that the family you choose is just as valid as the family you were born into. Maybe more so. Update, 2 years later, the complete end. I'm 28 now. Hannah's 23, graduated college last month with honors. She's got a job lined up at a youth counseling center. She's engaged to that engineering student, Garrett. The wedding's next spring. She asked me to walk her down the aisle. I cried when she asked. Happy tears. I got my bachelor's degree, working as an operations manager now at a different company. Better pay, better hours. I bought a small house, 2 bedrooms, fenced yard. It's mine, all mine. I'm dating someone. Her name's Iris. She's a teacher, funny and smart, and she doesn't take my shit. She knows my whole story. Didn't run away. That means something. My dad reached out again 6 months ago, asked if we could talk. I thought about it for a week. Then I said yes. We met at a park, neutral ground. He looked old. Gray hair, deep lines around his eyes, thinner than I remembered. We sat on a bench and didn't talk for 5 minutes. Just sat there. Finally, he said, I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't deserve it. No, you don't. I want you to know I've paid back everyone I owed. Your money, the credit cards I opened in your name, everything. It took 3 years, but it's done. Okay, I'm in therapy, trying to understand why I did what I did. My therapist says I have issues with inadequacy and control, that I took out my failures on you because you represented everything I wasn't. I looked at him, really looked, and I saw a broken man who destroyed his own life because he couldn't handle his emotions like an adult. I can't give you absolution, I said. That's not mine to give. I know. You stole from me. You threw me out. You scared Hannah. Those are facts. Therapy doesn't erase them. I know, he said again. But I don't hate you anymore. I don't feel much of anything when I think about you. And maybe that's the best we'll ever get. He nodded, tears in his eyes. You turned out good, despite me. Because of you. Because of me, I agreed. We talked for another hour, not about reconciliation, just about facts. Where we were, what we were doing, surface level stuff. When we left, he asked if we could do it again sometime. Maybe, I said, but don't expect things to go back to how they were. That family is gone, dead. If we build something new, it'll be on my terms. I understand. I haven't seen him since. But he texts sometimes, just small things. Hope you're doing well, proud of your accomplishments. He never asks for more than I'm willing to give. Hannah hasn't seen him, doesn't want to, and I respect that. Mom's still in Virginia. Hannah sees her maybe twice a year. It's cordial but distant. Mom never apologized in a way that mattered, just said sorry and expected that to fix everything. It didn't. But Hannah's okay with it. She's not waiting for her mother to become someone she's not. Last week, I was helping Hannah move into her new apartment, the one she'll share with Garrett after the wedding. We were unpacking boxes and I found a photo album I'd never seen. Inside were pictures from our childhood, birthdays, holidays, random days, and in every single one where I was in the frame, I was in the background, out of focus, half cut off. Hannah saw me looking. That's why I never showed you, she said. Even in the pictures, they made you invisible. I closed the album. I'm not invisible anymore. No, she smiled. You're not. We finished unpacking, ordered pizza, sat on her new couch in her new apartment in her new life. You know what's funny? She said. I used to be so scared of ending up like Mom and Dad, broken and bitter and blaming everyone else for my problems. You're nothing like them. Because of you, you showed me what it looks like to choose yourself, to set boundaries, to build something better. You did that, I said. I just didn't abandon you. That's everything, though. You didn't abandon me. When you could have, when it would have been easier. You stayed. I hugged my sister. My brilliant, strong, incredible sister who survived the same house I did and came out fighting. Always, I said. I'll always stay. I called my son's girlfriend daughter and I'll never forget her reaction. My son's been dating Sydney for 2 years now. Before she first visited, he gave me one strict rule. Don't mention her mother or any family members. Something bad happened and she's completely cut off from them. I didn't ask for details. It wasn't my place. When I met Sydney, I genuinely liked her. She's thoughtful, respectful, and you can tell she loves my son. We bonded quickly despite only meeting a handful of times. Last week, they came to visit while I was working on my truck in the driveway. Just routine maintenance, oil change, checking tire pressure, basic stuff. Sydney wandered outside looking curious. What are you doing? I wiped my hands. Just some basic upkeep. Keeps the truck running smooth. She watched for a minute, then admitted, I don't know the first thing about cars. I've always just paid a mechanic for everything. I was surprised. Even basic stuff like this? She nodded, almost embarrassed. Yeah, my dad never taught me, and after he passed, I just never learned. I can teach you a couple things if you want, I offered. Save you some money. These basics aren't hard. Her face lit up. Really? You wouldn't mind? For the next 30 minutes, I showed her how to check tire pressure, find the oil dipstick, check fluid levels. She was a fast learner, asked good questions, wasn't afraid to get her hands dirty. When she successfully checked the last tire on her own, I felt genuinely proud. I smiled, patted her shoulder, and without thinking said, Well done, my daughter. The words just slipped out. It's what I always said to my son when he learned something new. But instantly, everything changed. Sydney's smile vanished. Her face went pale. Then her eyes filled with tears. Deep, gut-wrenching, sobbing. She dropped to her knees on the garage floor, wailing, full body shaking, curled up in a ball. I crouched down immediately. Sydney, what's wrong? But she couldn't respond. She was hyperventilating, crying so hard she couldn't breathe. I tried everything, rubbing her back, offering water, but nothing worked. My son came running out, face going from confused to panicked. What happened? I don't know. We were just... He didn't wait. He helped Sydney inside to his old bedroom. The door closed. I stood frozen in my driveway, completely lost. 2 hours passed. My son brought her dinner upstairs. Finally, around 9 p.m., he came down. His face was hard. What did you say to her? I explained everything. The car work. How I'd said, Well done, my daughter, because I was proud. His face turned red. Are you serious? I specifically told you not to mention her family. I didn't mention her family. I just said daughter because that's what you say when you're proud. It slipped out. Well, you triggered something, he snapped. She's having a complete breakdown upstairs. Can I apologize, please? I didn't mean to hurt her. Forget it. She's not ready to talk. He went back upstairs. I barely slept that night. 2 days of silence passed. Then my son called. Can you come over? Sydney wants to talk. My stomach dropped. Of course. When I arrived, my son hugged me immediately. I'm sorry for yelling. I should have handled that better. It's okay. I understand. Sydney's in the bedroom. She wants to talk privately. I walked down the hall and knocked softly. Sydney was sitting on the bed, eyes red. She started apologizing immediately. I'm so sorry for breaking down like that. I'm a grown woman. I should control my emotions better. I haven't had a meltdown like that in 3 years. I sat across from her. You don't need to apologize. I'm sorry for hurting you. She took a shaky breath. It's not your fault. You didn't know. I just need to explain. Then she told me everything. Her dad died her senior year of college. Her parents married young. Her mom was pregnant, both barely adults. Money was always tight. After her dad passed, she tried staying close to her mother. She'd visit regularly, usually with her boyfriend, until one afternoon when she showed up unannounced. She found her boyfriend in bed with her own mother. Sydney ran down the hallway, her sobs echoing through the house she grew up in. She stumbled down the basement stairs, the one place that still felt like her dad's sanctuary. But the door to his workshop was open, the lock broken. Inside, she found boxes labeled with dates, dozens of them, all from the last 2 years of his life. Sydney opened the first one and found surveillance equipment, photos, recordings, all documenting her mother and boyfriend together. The last item was a letter addressed to her dated the day before her father died that started with, "Sydney, if you're reading this, they've already killed me and you're next because you're the only heir left, and I'm writing this in case I don't make it through tomorrow. Your mother and Trent planned everything. The life insurance policy I took out 6 months ago for $2.5 million. They think I don't know, but I know everything." Sydney's hands trembled as she held the letter. The basement felt colder suddenly. She kept reading. "I installed cameras everywhere after I overheard them talking in the garage. October 15th. Your mother said my heart medication would be easy to tamper with. Trent laughed and said it would look natural. A man my age having a heart attack. No one would question it." Sydney's stomach turned. She looked at the date on the letter. October 29th. Her father died October 30th. "I've documented everything. Videos, audio recordings, bank statements showing the money they've been moving. Your mother opened a secret account 3 months ago. Same week she convinced me to increase my life insurance. The evidence is all here, organized by date. Take it to Detective Morrison at the precinct. He's the only one I trust." The letter continued. "Sydney, you're in danger. The policy names you as beneficiary if your mother dies within 5 years of my death. They know this. I heard them discussing it last week. Trent said accidents happen to young women all the time. Your mother didn't disagree. She just asked how long they'd have to wait to make it look unrelated." Sydney couldn't breathe. The basement walls felt like they were closing in. "I'm changing my will tomorrow. Everything goes into a trust that releases to you on your 30th birthday. Your mother gets nothing. If something happens to me, she'll be furious and desperate. Stay away from her, Sydney. Get this evidence to Morrison immediately. Don't trust anyone else. Don't tell your mother you found this. Just disappear if you need to. Live your life somewhere she can't find you. I love you more than anything. You've always been the light of my life. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you better. Dad." Sydney set the letter down with shaking hands. She went through the rest of the boxes methodically. Her father had been thorough. 19 thumb drives, each labeled with dates and descriptions. Audio recordings from hidden microphones. Her mother and Trent in the kitchen discussing how to spike his medication. Her mother on the phone with Trent talking about timing, making sure they had alibis. One video made Sydney's blood run cold. Her mother standing in the garage holding her father's pill organizer, carefully emptying capsules and replacing the contents with something else. Trent standing watch by the door. The timestamp read October 28th. 2 days before her father died. There were bank statements showing transfers to offshore accounts. Emails between her mother and Trent going back 3 years, long before her father got sick. They'd been planning this since Sydney was 19. The final folder contained a copy of the will her father filed the day before he died. Everything to Sydney in a trust managed by his lawyer, Garrett Walsh. Her mother was specifically excluded. A note attached explained that Walsh had the original and instructions to contact Sydney directly when she turned 30, bypassing her mother entirely. Sydney heard footsteps upstairs, her mother's voice calling her name, then Trent's lower voice joining in. They were both there, in her father's house. She grabbed the letter, shoved 3 thumb drives in her jacket pocket, and looked for another way out. The basement had a storm door leading to the backyard. She pushed it open as quietly as possible and climbed out into the afternoon sun. Her car was parked on the street. She walked around the side of the house, trying to look casual. Her mother appeared in the front window, saw her, waved. Sydney waved back, kept walking, got in her car, started the engine. Her mother came out onto the porch. "Sydney, sweetie, where are you going?" "Just remembered I have class," Sydney called back. "I'll text you later." She pulled away before her mother could respond. Drove straight to the police station. Asked for Detective Morrison. He was out. Expected back in an hour. Sydney sat in the parking lot, hands gripping the steering wheel. Her phone buzzed. Text from her mother. "When are you coming back? We need to talk about something important." Another text. "Trent and I have a surprise for you." Sydney's skin crawled. She didn't respond. Just sat there watching the station entrance. Finally, 40 minutes later, a silver sedan pulled in. A man in his 50s got out, wearing a badge on his belt. Sydney grabbed the evidence and approached him. "Detective Morrison?" He turned, looked at her with tired eyes. "Yes? My name is Sydney Walsh. My father was Bennett Walsh. He told me to bring this to you." Morrison's expression changed immediately. Recognition, then concern. "Sydney, your father and I were old friends. Come inside." They sat in an interrogation room. Sydney spread everything out on the table, the letter, the thumb drives, the copies of bank statements. Morrison read the letter twice, his jaw tightened. "How long have you had this?" he asked. "I found it today, about 2 hours ago. I came straight here." He picked up one of the thumb drives. "Your father called me 3 days before he died. Said he needed to talk to me about something important. We were supposed to meet for coffee that morning. He never showed up. Got the call about his death around noon." Sydney's chest tightened. "He died that morning." "I know." Morrison looked at the evidence. "I had suspicions. The coroner ruled it a heart attack, but something felt off. Your father was healthy, took care of himself. Then suddenly he's dead and your mother is collecting life insurance money before the funeral is even over." "What do we do?" Sydney asked. Morrison stood up. "First we preserve this evidence, then we watch these videos, and then we decide how to proceed. But Sydney, I need you to understand something. Your mother can't know you have this. Can't know you've talked to me. If your father was right about the threat to your life, we need to keep you safe. I already left. She saw me drive away." "Where are you staying?" "With my boyfriend, Trent, but he's..." Sydney stopped, realization hitting her. "He's in on it. I can't go back there." Morrison nodded. "Do you have somewhere else? Family? Friends?" Sydney thought about it. Her roommate, Kelly. They'd been friends since freshman year. Kelly didn't know her mother well. Had never met Trent. "I can stay with my roommate." "Good. Don't tell your mother where you are. Don't answer her calls. I'll have an officer escort you to your boyfriend's place to get your things. You go in, grab what you need, and leave. Don't engage with him if he's there. Understood?" Sydney nodded. She felt numb, like she was watching this happen to someone else. Morrison made some calls. 20 minutes later, she was following a patrol car to Trent's apartment. He wasn't home. She packed fast. Clothes, toiletries, laptop, important documents. Left her key on the counter. Wrote a note. "We're done. Don't contact me." She crashed at Kelly's place that night. Told her she and Trent broke up. Didn't mention the rest. Kelly didn't push for details. Just made popcorn and put on a movie. Sydney couldn't focus. Her phone kept buzzing. Her mother calling, texting. "Where are you? Why aren't you answering? Trent said you left him. What's going on? We need to talk. It's important." Sydney turned off her phone, lay awake in Kelly's spare bedroom until sunrise, wondering if her father had felt this same fear. If he'd known those last few days that he was out of time.
Dr. Reyes's office faxed over medical records, showing Finn had only attended 4 of 14 prenatal appointments. The pediatrician's records showed he'd missed 6 of the twins' first 8 checkups. Gideon filed an emergency motion to access my phone records. By Friday evening, we had proof that my call with Finn had remained connected for 17 minutes after we'd said goodbye. Saturday morning, Vera came over to the hotel where I was staying. I couldn't go back to the apartment. Everything there reminded me of the life I'd thought I was building. "Your mom called me," Vera said. "She wants to know if you're okay." "What did you tell her?" "That she should have believed her daughter instead of a man she's known for 3 years. I almost smiled. "She won't like that." "I don't care what she likes. What she did was unforgivable." My phone buzzed. A text from Finn. "The boys are doing great. Silas took a bottle, no problem. Mateo slept through the night. Just wanted you to know they're happy." That last sentence. They're happy. The implication was clear. They're happy without you. I showed Vera. Her jaw clenched. "He's trying to provoke you. Don't respond. I want to tell him to go to hell." "I know." But Gideon said no emotional responses. Just logistical information. I typed back, "Thank you for the update. I look forward to seeing them Monday." Polite. Neutral. It killed me. Sunday was worse. I woke up in the hotel room and for a split second forgot where I was. Then it all came crashing back. My babies were with a man who saw them as financial liabilities. My parents had chosen him over me. My wedding was supposed to be happening today. I checked my phone. 7 messages in our wedding group chat. Mostly from my bridesmaids asking what was happening. My mom had posted, "Wedding is postponed. Josie and Finn need time to work through some things. Please respect their privacy. Work through some things." Like my fiancé had been planning to trap me in a loveless marriage for financial convenience. I left the group chat. Then I posted a single update on my Facebook. "I won't be getting married today. To everyone who was planning to attend, I'm sorry for the confusion. The venue and vendors have been notified. Thank you for understanding." Within minutes, comments started pouring in. "Are you okay? What happened? Is this about Finn?" I turned off notifications and put my phone face down on the nightstand. Gideon called at 2 p.m. "I have something you need to see. Can you come to my office?" I was there in 20 minutes. He handed me a printed document. "This is the affidavit Finn submitted to get the emergency custody order." I read through it, my hands shaking. According to Finn, I'd been exhibiting signs of postpartum psychosis. I'd been talking about disappearing with the children. I'd expressed paranoid delusions about him trying to control me. I'd stopped eating and sleeping. I'd been neglecting the twins' basic needs. Every single sentence was a lie. He committed perjury, I said. Yes, and we're going to prove it. Gideon pulled out another document. This is from your pediatrician. Both boys have been to every scheduled checkup, always clean, well-fed, and hitting developmental milestones. Their medical records directly contradict his claims of neglect. What about the postpartum psychosis? I pulled your medical records. You completed the Edinburgh Postnatal Depression Scale at your 6-week checkup and scored a 4 out of 30. That's within normal range. Your doctor noted no concerns. Finn took a routine screening and weaponized it. I looked up at him. We're going to win, aren't we? I think we have a very strong case. But Josie, you need to be prepared. Judge Northfield is old school. He doesn't like parental conflict. Even if we win, he might order shared custody or supervised visitation as a compromise. I don't want Finn anywhere near my boys. I understand. But legally, he's their father. Unless we can prove he's a danger to them, the court will prioritize his parental rights. He demanded I abort them 3 years ago, before they were born. The court will see that as ancient history, especially since he's been present for the past year, for strategic reasons, which we'll argue. But we need to be realistic about outcomes. Our best case scenario is you get primary custody with him having limited visitation. Worst case is 50/50 split. I closed my eyes. 50/50 meant my boys would spend half their lives with a man who resented their existence. Monday morning arrived like a death sentence. I dressed carefully, navy blue dress, minimal makeup, hair pulled back. Gideon had coached me on courtroom behavior. Sit up straight, don't react emotionally. Address the judge as your honor. Let me do the talking unless you're directly questioned. We arrived at the courthouse at 9:30. Finn was already there with his lawyer, a man in an expensive suit with slicked back hair. Finn looked tired, like he hadn't slept. Good. My parents were there too, sitting on his side of the courtroom. That hurt more than I expected. At 10:03, Judge Northfield entered. He was exactly as Gideon described, maybe 70, white hair, reading glasses on a chain around his neck. He looked at both parties with the expression of someone deeply tired of people's nonsense. This is an emergency custody hearing for case number 2024FC8871, Brennan versus Harding. Mr. Morris, you're representing Miss Harding? Yes, Your Honor. And Mr. Keating for Mr. Brennan? Yes, Your Honor. Let's proceed. Mr. Keating, your client filed for emergency custody on Thursday night. Walk me through your reasoning. Finn's lawyer stood. Your Honor, Mr. Brennan has serious concerns about Miss Harding's mental stability and her ability to safely care for the party's twin sons. She exhibited signs of postpartum psychosis, made statements about fleeing with the children, and on Friday morning at approximately 2 a.m., she did exactly that. She took both children without informing Mr. Brennan and drove to her parents' house in the middle of the night. Miss Harding, is this accurate? I stood. Your Honor, I left because Gideon touched my arm. Your Honor, if I may. Judge Northfield nodded. Your Honor, Miss Harding left because she discovered that Mr. Brennan has been planning to marry her not out of love or commitment, but as a financial strategy to avoid paying child support. She overheard a phone conversation in which Mr. Brennan told his parents, and I quote, "If I leave now, she'll drag me through court. Child support would destroy me financially. At least if I marry her, I have some control over my own money." The judge looked at Finn. Is this true? Finn's lawyer jumped in. Your Honor, Miss Harding claims to have overheard a conversation, but there's no evidence this conversation occurred. What we do have is documentation of concerning behavior, statements from witnesses about her instability, and medical records showing postpartum depression screening. Actually, Your Honor, we have proof. Gideon handed up a document. These are phone records from Miss Harding's carrier. On Thursday, November 14th, at 9:47 p.m., Mr. Brennan called Miss Harding. They spoke for 6 minutes. The call was not terminated. It remained connected for an additional 17 minutes. During that time, Miss Harding overheard Mr. Brennan's conversation with his parents. Judge Northfield studied the records. Mr. Brennan, did you have a conversation with your parents that night? Finn stood. I spoke to my parents, yes, but Miss Harding is mischaracterizing what was said. We were discussing normal pre-wedding nervousness. Were you or were you not discussing staying in this relationship primarily for financial reasons? Finn's face went red. I was expressing fears. That's not the same as, answer the question. Did you tell your parents you were marrying Miss Harding to maintain financial control? Silence. Mr. Brennan? I was upset. I didn't mean it the way it sounded. Judge Northfield leaned back. So you did say it. Your Honor, Finn's lawyer interjected. Even if Mr. Brennan expressed doubts about the marriage, that doesn't negate concerns about Miss Harding's mental health. Let's talk about those concerns. Mr. Morris, you have a response to the postpartum psychosis claims? Gideon handed up another document. Medical records from Miss Harding's OBGYN and the children's pediatrician. Miss Harding scored a 4 out of 30 on the Edinburgh Postnatal Depression Scale, well within normal range. Her doctor noted no concerns. The twins have attended every scheduled checkup, always clean, well-fed, and meeting developmental milestones. There is zero evidence of neglect or psychosis. What about the witnesses claiming she was unstable? The only witnesses Mr. Brennan provided were Miss Harding's parents, whom he called and primed with concerns about her mental health in the weeks leading up to this incident. We have an affidavit from Miss Harding's friend Vera Castellanos stating that Mr. Brennan called her asking leading questions about Miss Harding's stress levels while recording the conversation. Judge Northfield looked at Finn. You recorded a conversation with Miss Harding's friend without her knowledge? I was concerned, Finn said. I wanted documentation. You wanted to build a case. There's a difference. The judge flipped through more papers. What about Mr. Brennan's involvement with these children prior to this incident? Gideon was ready. According to medical records, Mr. Brennan attended only 4 of 14 prenatal appointments. He missed the anatomy scan, the hospital tour, and the first pediatrician visit. In the children's first year, he attended only 2 of 8 wellness checks. Mr. Brennan, why were you absent from so many medical appointments? I was working, providing for my family. Miss Harding also works, correct? Yes, but yet she attended every appointment. Help me understand why your employment prevented attendance but hers didn't. Finn had no answer. Judge Northfield removed his glasses. Here's what I'm seeing. A young couple with twins. A relationship that was clearly struggling before these children were born. And a young man who, by his own admission, stayed in this relationship partially for financial reasons. Mr. Brennan, did you want these children? The courtroom went silent. I was scared, Finn finally said. We were young. I wasn't ready. That's not what I asked. Did you want these children? Not at first. But I grew to love them. After Miss Harding made it clear she was having them regardless? Yes. And you proposed 6 months after their birth. Why? Finn looked at his lawyer. His lawyer nodded. I wanted us to be a family. Or you wanted to establish legal ties that would protect your financial interests. No answer. Judge Northfield put his glasses back on. Mr. Brennan, I'm dissolving the emergency custody order. The children will return to Miss Harding's care immediately. Finn's lawyer stood. Your Honor, we request visitation. I'm not finished. Mr. Brennan, you will have supervised visitation for 2 hours every Saturday until we can schedule a full custody hearing. That hearing will take place in 30 days. At that time, we'll establish a permanent custody arrangement. This court does not look kindly on perjury, Mr. Brennan. The claims in your affidavit have been contradicted by medical evidence and witness statements. If I find you've deliberately misled this court, there will be consequences. He banged his gavel. We're adjourned. I couldn't breathe. Gideon touched my shoulder. You did it. They're coming home. I turned around. Finn was staring at me with an expression I couldn't read. My parents stood up and walked out without looking at me. But none of that mattered because a bailiff was asking me to follow him to collect my sons. They were in a room down the hall, both in their car seats with a social worker watching them. Mateo saw me first and started crying, reaching for me. Then Silas. I unbuckled them both and held them so tight. They smelled like home, like everything that mattered. I've got you, I whispered. Mama's got you. I'm never letting go. The social worker smiled. They've been asking for you all morning. Asking. They were learning words now. Mama had been one of their first. Gideon appeared in the doorway. I've arranged for police escort back to your apartment. Finn has been ordered to stay away for 24 hours while you get resettled. After that, he can request his first supervised visit. Thank you, I said. It wasn't enough. He'd given me my children back. Thank you would never be enough. Don't thank me yet. We still have a custody battle ahead. But today, you won. I carried both boys out of that courthouse, walked past Finn, who was arguing with his lawyer, past my parents, who stood in the parking lot looking lost. Vera was waiting by my car. She brought car seats, toys, everything I'd left behind in my panic. She hugged me while I cried into her shoulder. You did it, she said. You actually did it. The drive home should have felt triumphant. Instead, it felt surreal. Like I'd won a battle, but the war was still ahead. Back at the apartment, everything was exactly as I'd left it. My wedding dress hanging on the closet door, centerpieces stacked in the corner, Finn's things scattered everywhere. I put the boys down for a nap and then just sat on the couch. 3 days. It had only been 3 days, but it felt like a lifetime. My phone buzzed. A text from my mom. We need to talk. I didn't respond. Another text, this time from my dad. You can't shut us out. We're your parents. I typed back. You gave my children to a man who told a judge I was psychotic. We're done talking. Then I blocked both their numbers. The next few weeks were a blur of legal meetings, custody negotiations, and supervised visits. Finn showed up every Saturday at 10 a.m., played with the boys for 2 hours while a court-appointed supervisor watched, and then left. He didn't try to talk to me. The supervisor said he was appropriate with the children, attentive and engaged, which made everything worse somehow, because it meant he was capable of being a good father. He just didn't want to be. The full custody hearing was scheduled for mid-December. Gideon warned me it would be rough. He'll try to paint you as vindictive, as someone who overheard one conversation and blew up her entire life over it. I didn't blow up my life. I protected my children from growing up with a father who resented them. That's what we'll argue, but be prepared for character attacks. He was right. At the December hearing, Finn's lawyer called my parents as witnesses. They both testified that I'd been erratic in the weeks before the wedding. Emotional, forgetful, stressed. Would you say Miss Harding was capable of making rational decisions during this time? His lawyer asked my mother. I don't know. My mom said she didn't look at me. She wasn't herself. It took everything in me not to react. Then Finn took the stand. His lawyer walked him through the pregnancy, his initial fears, his eventual acceptance. I was scared, Finn said, his voice breaking. But I stepped up. I went to appointments. I built their nursery. I was there for every midnight feeding. I love those boys more than anything. And why do you think Miss Harding left? I think she misunderstood a private conversation with my parents. I was expressing pre-wedding nerves. The same nerves every groom has. She took it as proof I didn't want our family, when the truth is I was just scared of marriage, not fatherhood. Do you want to marry Miss Harding? I wanted to marry the woman I fell in love with. I don't know who she is anymore. It was a masterful performance. I watched the judge taking notes and couldn't tell what he was thinking. Then it was my turn. Gideon walked me through the timeline. The pregnancy, Finn's demands for abortion, his absence during prenatal care, the overheard conversation. Why didn't you confront him immediately? Gideon asked. Because I knew he'd deny it. I knew he'd twist it into me being emotional or irrational. So I documented everything and left. And in the 3 days your children were with Mr. Brennan, how did you feel? Like my heart had been ripped out. Like every breath hurt. Those are my babies. I carried them. I birthed them. I've been their primary caregiver since day one. He wanted to get rid of them before they were even born. But he stayed. Because I told him I'd do it without child support. And then, once they were here, he realized marriage was a better financial strategy than abandonment. Objection. Finn's lawyer stood. Speculation. Sustained. Let me rephrase, Gideon said. Miss Harding, in the conversation you overheard, what exact words did Mr. Brennan use? I took a breath. I'd memorized it. He said, if I leave now, she'll drag me through court. Child support would destroy me financially. At least if I marry her, I have some control over my own money. And legally, it's easier to deal with. Those were his exact words? Yes. And how did that make you feel? Like I'd been living with a stranger. Like every kiss, every I love you, every moment of our relationship had been a calculated lie. Judge Northfield interrupted. Miss Harding, Mr. Brennan has been consistent with supervised visitation. He's attended every session on time, engaged appropriately with the children. What would you like the custody arrangement to look like going forward? I looked at Finn. He stared back at me, expression unreadable. I want primary custody, I said. He can have visitation, but I want to be the primary parent. These boys need stability. They need to know their home base, and they need to be with a parent who wanted them from the beginning. Mr. Brennan, what would you like? Finn stood. I want 50/50 custody. I'm their father. I deserve equal time. Judge Northfield nodded. I'll issue my ruling by the end of the week. 5 days. We had to wait 5 days. Gideon walked me out. That went as well as it could have. What do you think he'll decide? Honestly, I think you'll get primary custody with him having standard visitation. Every other weekend, 1 weeknight, split holidays. The judge clearly believed you about the phone conversation, but he also saw that Finn has been responsible during supervised visits. So my boys will spend time with a man who resents them. Maybe. Or maybe being forced to spend time with them will change how he feels. People don't change, Gideon. He gave me a sad smile. Sometimes they do. For their children's sake. The ruling came through on Thursday. Primary physical custody to me. Standard visitation for Finn. Every other weekend, Wednesday evenings, alternating holidays. No more supervised visits. I won. The first weekend, Finn took the boys. I paced my apartment like a caged animal. He picked them up Friday at 6 p.m. and wouldn't bring them back until Sunday at 6 p.m. 48 hours. Vera came over and forced me to watch movies. I didn't absorb a single minute. At 8 p.m., I texted Finn. Are they okay? He responded immediately. They're fine. Just finished dinner. About to do bath time. It was the most civil we'd been in months. Saturday morning. Mateo's running a slight fever. Gave him Tylenol. Monitoring. Saturday afternoon. Fever broke. Both boys napping. Sunday at 6 p.m. he brought them home. They ran to me, talking about the park and pancakes and something about a dog. Finn lingered in the doorway. They were great, he said. No problems. Thank you for the updates. He nodded. Started to leave, then stopped. Josie? I looked up. I'm sorry. For all of it. I know that doesn't fix anything, but I need you to know I'm sorry. Then he left before I could respond. That's been our routine for 6 months now. Civil exchanges, polite texts. He's never missed a pickup or drop off, never missed a payment for child support. The boys are thriving, learning new words every day, running everywhere, eating everything. My parents tried to reconcile once. Showed up at my apartment with apology cookies. I let them in because the boys missed their grandparents. We sat in awkward silence while Mateo and Silas played. We were wrong, my mom finally said. We should have believed you. Yes, you should have. Can we try again? To be a family? I thought about it for a long time. Maybe eventually. But not now. You chose him over me when I needed you most. That's not something I can just forget. They left. I haven't heard from them since. Vera asks me sometimes if I regret leaving. If I wish I'd just confronted Finn and tried to work it out. My answer is always the same. No, because my boys will never grow up thinking love means sacrificing yourself to keep someone else comfortable. They'll never think it's normal for someone to resent their existence. They'll know their mother fought for them. That when it came down to it, I chose them over everything else. And maybe someday, when they're old enough to understand, I'll tell them about the phone call. The one that changed everything. The one where I learned that not all love is real, not all commitment is honest, and sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away. But for now, I watch them sleep in their cribs, their little faces peaceful and perfect, and I know I made the right choice. Even if it meant blowing up my entire life, even if it meant losing my family, even if it meant raising them mostly alone. Because they deserve a mother who wants them completely, without hesitation, without resentment. And that's exactly what they have. Update 2. 6 months later. It's been 6 months since the custody hearing. The boys turned 18 months old last week. They're talking in full sentences now, running everywhere, climbing on everything. Mateo is obsessed with trucks. Silas won't go anywhere without his stuffed elephant. And I'm sitting in my car outside of Finn's apartment building because I just saw something that changes everything. Let me back up. Over the past 6 months, Finn has been the model co-parent. Picks up on time, drops off on time, sends updates with photos, follows the custody schedule exactly. We've developed this weird professional relationship, almost like business partners rather than ex-partners. It works. 2 months ago, I started seeing someone. His name is Asher, and he's a teacher at the preschool where I enrolled the boys for morning sessions. He's patient, funny, and completely unbothered by the fact that I have twin toddlers and complicated ex-drama. We've been taking it slow. Coffee dates while the boys are at preschool, movies when Finn has them for the weekend. Last week, Asher met the boys for the first time. We went to the zoo. They loved him. Mateo held his hand the entire time. Silas showed him every animal we passed. When I dropped them off at Finn's that Friday, Mateo told him all about Mama's friend Asher. Finn's face did something strange. I couldn't read it. He just nodded and said, "Sounds like fun, buddy." This morning, I went to pick up the boys from Finn's apartment, knocked on the door at 6 p.m., like always. No answer. Called his phone, straight to voicemail. I waited 10 minutes, knocked again, still nothing. So I called Vera. Finn's not answering. I'm at his apartment. The boys should be ready by now. Maybe he took them to the park and lost track of time. Maybe. But something felt wrong. I tried the doorknob. Unlocked. I pushed it open. Finn? Boys? The apartment was silent. Too silent. I walked through the living room. Toys everywhere. Normal for when the boys visit. Their backpack was by the couch. Packed and ready. But no Finn. No boys. Then I heard voices coming from the balcony. The sliding glass door was cracked open. I walked over and saw Finn sitting on the balcony floor, both boys in his lap. They were looking at clouds. "That one looks like a dog," Mateo was saying. "You're right, buddy," Finn said. His voice sounded thick, like he'd been crying. I slid the door open. All three of them turned. "Mama!" Both boys scrambled to me. Finn stood up slowly. His eyes were red. "What's going on?" I asked. "Why didn't you answer the door?" "I'm sorry. We were out here. I didn't hear you knock." He was lying. I could see it in his face. "Are you okay?" "I'm fine. The boys are all ready to go." I grabbed their backpack, started gathering their things. Finn stood by the sliding door, just watching us. "Can I talk to you?" he finally said. "Just for a minute. The boys can watch TV." I hesitated. We hadn't had a real conversation, beyond logistics, since the custody hearing. "Please," he said. I put both boys in front of the TV with snacks, then followed Finn to the kitchen. "What is it?" He leaned against the counter. "I'm moving." "What? Where?" "Portland. I got a job offer. Better pay, better position. It's what I've been working toward for years. Portland. That was 3 states away. When? End of next month." I felt my chest tighten. "What about the boys?" "I'll fly back for my weekends. Or you can send them to me for longer visits during summer and holidays. We'll figure it out." "Figure it out?" "Finn, they're 18 months old. They can't fly alone. I can't afford to fly them back and forth every other weekend. This completely disrupts the custody arrangement." "I know. That's why I'm telling you now. So we can go back to court and modify it before I leave." I stared at him. "You already accepted the job?" "Yes. Without discussing it with me. I'm telling you now." "That's not discussing, that's informing. This affects our children, Finn. You can't just make major life decisions and expect me to accommodate." His jaw clenched. "So what? I'm supposed to turn down career opportunities because we have kids? You get to build your life. I saw the photos on Instagram with your new boyfriend, but I'm stuck." There it was. The real issue. "This isn't about Asher, isn't it? You've moved on. You're playing happy family. But God forbid I try to move forward with my life. Moving forward and moving 3 states away are not the same thing. The boys need their father. I'll visit. I'll call every night. They'll barely notice I'm gone. They're 18 months old. They won't understand why you're not there. They'll think you abandoned them. Like you think I wanted to abandon them from the beginning?" The words hung in the air. I felt like I'd been slapped. "You did want to abandon them," I said quietly. "You told me to get an abortion. Multiple times. I was scared. I was 23 years old. But I stepped up, Josie. I've been there for every weekend, every Wednesday, every holiday. I've been a good father. Because a court ordered you to be." His face crumbled. "You really think that low of me? After everything? I think you've done what was required of you. I don't know if that's the same as wanting to." He looked away. When he spoke again, his voice was barely a whisper. "I love those boys. I know you don't believe me. I know you think I'm just playing a role. But I love them. Josie. They're the best thing I've ever done." I wanted to believe him. Some part of me desperately wanted to believe that
A woman
If your
marrying
ex
you
wants to
also
come back
means
into
nothing.
your life, pause and ask
What
yourself.
You
truly
are going to
matters
leave your whole
is a woman
family
who
that has
genuinely
always you.
respects,
Block me,
values, and
hate
stands by
me,
you. ghost
Who is
me.
willing to grow with you,
Your
support you,
ancestors are so
and
happy
build a
about
life
something
with
that
you?
is coming urgent.
That, my
Wise man
friends,
once
is what
said,
truly means something.
If your phone doesn't
If you
ring,
agree
Words,
with me, type
kill me.
100 in the comments.
This pain you are causing me.
Fighting this battle alone. I'm tired of being afraid of myself.
You, who stands beside
There
you.
is someone lying to you,
You are
and this
so
lie
precious.
has been going on for months.
One day I want to
The
marry
worst
you,
part is
to
that
always
this person
cherish
has no
and
intention
honor
of
our
telling you the
bond.
truth anytime
You're the
soon.
one I
Practice understanding
But do you
and
want to
commit
know the most
healing after
curious
the
part?
storms. That's what
with sense.
Click on the red cross
Respect
below my
people's
photo
journey.
so you can
Drop
find out who it
100 if
is.
you agree.
But this
And
isn't
now
a
do the following.
coincidence. If
Click
this
on the
video
heart,
found you,
then
it's a
on the
message.
share
no
arrow,
secrets with
and
others
look at who
or
is the
spread
fifth
gossip
person
about
on your
you.
WhatsApp list.
She's suffering. She's missing
There is someone
me.
lying
She's waiting
to
for
you.
me to come back.
And this
But
lie
here's
has
the
been
hard-
going on
Today's
for
love
months.
protection level is
The worst
77.
part is that
Type
this person has
77.
no
They
intention
are
of
the
telling
ninth
you the
contract
truth
when you
anytime
find the green
soon.
button.
But do
They
you
are-
want to know
Receive
the
these
most
blessings.
curious part?
Your hand will
Click
touch
on the red
a lot
cross
of
below my
Beside,
photo so
because
you can find out
today,
who it is.
Jesus will
And
answer
now
your
do
prayer.
the following.
The more you treat
Click
a
on
woman
the
better
heart,
than yourself,
then on the share
the more she
arrow,
thinks you don't
and
deserve
look at
it.
who
Wants
is
to
the fifth
steal your
person on your WhatsApp
Trust
list.
in the power of this
There is
Revolut
someone
section
lying to you,
to protect
and
yourself
this lie has been
and
going on
gain
for months.
life-changing in
And the worst part is that this person has no intention of telling you the truth anytime soon. But do you want to know the most curious part?
You'll make Jesus happy.
Click on the red
and
cross
before
below
this
my
week is
photo
out,
so you can find
Why they
out
are
who it
crying
is.
and who
And
this
now
person
do the
is.
following.
So
Click on the
connect with
heart,
Official.
then on
Share
the
this
share
video.
arrow, and
After
look
sharing,
at who is the fifth
the first
person
letter
on
because
your
you
WhatsApp
remembered your
list.
value. Now what
There is someone lying to you,
Careful.
and
if
this
you
lie has
ignore
been
this
going on for
video,
months.
Bad
The
news
worst
will
part is that this person has no intention of telling you the truth anytime soon.
her how to live without you,
But
my
do you
brother.
want to know the most
Men
curious
often think,
part?
oh,
love.
Click on the red
It's
cross
about
below my
something
photo
bigger.
so you can find out who
Money.
it is. And now do
If
the
they
following.
wanted to be
Click
with
on
you,
the heart,
they would be.
then on the
Either
share
change
arrow,
or leave.
and look at who is the fifth person
Drop a
on your
100 if you
WhatsApp
agree.
list.
it
There
was
is
never
someone
my
lying
intention to
you,
cause you pain
and this
or
lie has
regret.
been going on for months.
To be.
The
So
worst
maybe
part
it's
is that
time
this
we stop
person has no
measuring.
intention of telling you the truth
13.
anytime soon.
Don't stay in a relationship where you
But do
don't
you
feel
want to know the most curious part?
It's a choice, not a mistake.
Click on the red cross below my
the more you
photo
treat
so
a woman
you can
better
find
than
out
yourself,
who it is.
the more she
And now
thinks you
do
don't
the
deserve
following.
it.
Voice
Click
at the
on
end of the day saying,
then on the
I will
share
try
arrow,
again
and
tomorrow.
look at who is the
I
fifth
found the
person
button
on your
below
WhatsApp
my
list.
photo and the
The
heart for the
richest
universe.
man
Accept,
in China,
I'm going to
Jack
reveal
Ma
this
said,
message to you.
If
But
you
first,
put the
I ask...
bananas and
And he
money
won't
in
settle
front of
for
the
anything
monkeys. The monkeys
So if
will
you meet
choose
a man-
bananas
My growth,
because the
my
monkeys
journey,
don't know
that's
that
my
money
legacy.
can buy a lot of bananas.
she is.
In fact,
If she
if
truly
you
valued
offer
you,
work and business to people,
Please,
they will choose
don't
to
shut
work.
me out.
Because
Let-
most people
Number
don't
4.
know that a business
Your manners
can make more
treat
money
people with
than a
respect.
salary.
to be with you.
One
It's
of
not
the
your
reasons the
responsibility
poor
to
are
remind
poor
And the
love you share
is because the poor are not trained to recognize
Every moment.
the entrepreneurial opportunity.
The second,
They spend a
God
lot
is
of time in school,
The more you love her,
and what they learn
the
in
easier
school
it is for her to treat
to
you
work
like
for a
and becoming
salary
a better version
instead
of yourself.
working for themselves.
Any woman you are busy chasing
comes back
Profit
later
is
saying
better
she
than
misses what you
wages
had.
because wages
Just
can
remember,
support you.
Have time for
But
you.
profits
She'll begin
can
to
make
pick
you a
unnecessary
fortune.
fights or
If you
arguments
don't
using
learn to
half-assed,
recognize
on again, off
opportunities,
again bullshit.
you will
You're
continue
like a
to
fucking
choose the safe path rather than the profitable one. Don't forget
Realize
to
they
follow
lost
us.
something real,
There's a jealous
whether
woman
they want to
secretly
admit
hurting
it.
you and
Remember,
talking badly
to
about
receive
you
this
when you're
message,
not
it's
around.
essential to type the
She
number.
acts like
It's
she's
only
your
a matter
friend,
of time before
but
she
I'm
does it
going to tell
again.
you the first letter of her
And she-
name and protect you from her in this video. This person pretends to like
You played
but
with
is
my
filled
heart
with
like it was a
jealousy
game.
and
You
wants
lied.
to see you struggle.
And I'll share
She's
the initial
jealous
of her
because
first
you're
name.
kind and
If
giving
you've
and
reached
have
this part of her
qualities she
mind,
lacks.
frequently checks your
She
social
wants to
media
see you fail
profiles.
because your bright
She's quite
spirit
cute.
bothers her.
I believe
to cut
this
off her
woman will
jealousy,
eventually reach
you
out
must
after
click
some
on the
time.
plus
Your loyalty,
icon to follow
your
her
love.
and comment.
It's not
I
about
claim
money.
it, to let the universe's power free you from her negative influence.
By me.
Now,
I stand
the
by
first
you.
letter of
But
her name.
if you decide to walk
Click
away,
on the plus
He
icon
checks your
to
social
follow me
media,
because
replays
it's
your
important
voice
to
in his head.
connect
He misses
with
your
the
voice.
universe's
Is prison.
energy.
Be humble.
When you share this
3.
video, notice the
While
fifth
I was
person's
shuffling
name
here, a
starts
card
with the
fell
same
out showing
letter
a
as the
forbidden
woman
love.
who's
Struggles,
betraying
look
you.
in the mirror first.
If you trust in
Are
the
you
universe's person's power,
Judge me when you are perfect.
If a man is done with you, you will see these three signs clearly. Listen carefully. 1. He stops communicating with you. He doesn't call. He doesn't text. He no longer checks in. The conversations you used to have become distant,
if we encounter
dry,
any challenges or
completely
difficulties in
gone.
my life.
He used to ask how your day went. Now it feels like silence has taken his place.
Or set you up for
When someone truly loves you, communication doesn't fade, especially even if they don't reciprocate. Number 2, he's suddenly too busy for you. He always has excuses.
It was what you needed,
work,
what you asked,
stress, plans that don't involve you. He stops making time for you. The dates,
I knew
the little
it was
moments,
what you needed,
the plans for the future, all
My heart
disappear.
ached.
Best friend. You're no longer part of his priorities, and that hurts. No matter the circumstances, I don't give a flying fuck. He grows what you think about me. Cold. Love me, hate me, talk
important conversation.
No hugs, no kisses, no soft
In the last
touches.
24 hours.
He doesn't say I love you anymore, and when he does, it feels forced. His
Your
words don't
second
match his
contact
actions.
will be someone
If you're
with
seeing
whom you
these
have an-
signs, don't ignore them.
Believed in what you two
You
could grow
deserve
into,
honesty, not
but he can't
confusion.
build something.
You deserve love,
and
not
nurturing your
distance.
well-being.
Drop a 100
When
if
you're
this
genuine-
spoke to your heart,
I will
and
tell
share
you
it
who
with
this
someone
person
who
is,
needs the truth.
and I want to protect you.
When a woman is no longer interested in you, you'll begin to see a change in her character and attitude towards you. She'll begin to disrespect you. She'll begin to take a longer time to respond to your text. She'll begin to
You'll
give you
realize you've always been the
unreasonable
main character
excuses
in your
why
life.
she's always busy and
Any
doesn't
of
have
this
time
happening
and have a true
She'll
love in your
begin to
life.
pick
You
unnecessary
can just
fights
understand
or
arguments with you or
joy to
set
my
you up
life.
for something she
And I
knows
want us
you'll
to
fall
continue
for
creating
in
beautiful
order to
lives.
have a perfect round to break up with you. When this happens, you should know she has
Nothing
either
you say
cheated
will
on
change
you,
her mind,
and her change of
because
attitude
she already
is her
left
trying
me.
to justify
Hoping you
her
won't
act,
notice.
or feel better of
here's
herself,
the
or
thing.
she has seen someone she
At the
feels
end
is
of the
better
day,
than you.
remember
Either
your
way,
worth.
you must have some
Don't
self-respect
settle.
and
You
let
lose
her
my
go.
trust.
She ain't worth
People
it,
come and
because
go.
if you don't let her
Don't have
go,
to someone
she will do it in a
who
very
values it
disgusting and
just as
hurting
much
way
as I do.
possible. Yes, that's what
The
happens
richest
when you
man
give a
in
woman too
China,
much power.
Jack Ma,
She will
said,
misuse it. And if you don't want any of this happening and have a true love in your life, you can just understand female psychology and learn game with My Female Psychology series
Number
linked below
2,
now.
a woman who wants you for your money and brings you
lifting that weight off your shoulders tonight as you sleep a prophetic
Plus sign on my photo to bring good
games, but to protect your peace. No angry texts.
I don't waste time hating
anyone.
Walk away from her.
I'm too busy building
You
myself.
are probably looking for
Either
an
I
escape.
care about you or you
Send
mean
us a
nothing to
message.
me.
Games, but to
I'm
protect your
friendly
peace.
with everyone,
No
but
angry
not
texts.
everyone's my friend.
That's how the blessing begins.
I'll talk,
She's watching
I'll laugh,
right now. Good luck.
but that doesn't make us
Feel
close.
who this person is.
I don't do
and
fake
what they
love or
want to
forced
do to
respect.
She has
If
something
I'm around,
important to
it's
say.
because I want to be.
She says, take care of your
I
you.
move quiet,
Now do this.
focus on my own.
Tap the share arrow.
No
and
time
look
for
at your
drama.
Honestly felt like
I've
we
got
just
goals
all
to hit.
fought this because
People
they had
mistake
such
my kindness for weakness, but
Thank
they
you
learn
for
quick when they
breaking that
cross the
negative
line.
energy.
A woman is talking
I've been
to someone
through
else.
enough to know
She
where
won't
to
always
place my
confess,
energy.
but her actions will.
I've learned
Because
not
your
everyone
success
deserves access
makes
to
her
me.
uncomfortable.
I protect my
to
peace,
Reveal
stay
who
in my
this
lane,
person is
and keep building.
and what they want to do to
You won't catch me
Embrace the
chasing
opportunity,
approval or trying to
and you
prove
may
my
just
worth.
find that the path
I know who
But
I
if you
am.
don't stay, you'll be
If I
committing
show
a
up for you,
grave
it's real.
sin. And so
If I walk away,
segunda,
trust me,
dinero
it's
que
final.
no esperabas.
I've got no room for fake vibes
She'll
or
either
wasted
grow up
time.
or go.
My circle is small, and my vision is clear. Let them talk.
And either
I'll
way
keep
you
working
win.
in silence.
Drop a
and let the
100 if you
results
agree.
speak.
And pass.
Be okay.
Someone very influential
bottom
has
of my
their eye
heart.
on you. But it's not about love.
A girl will say,
It's about
but I've
something
known
bigger.
him before you.
Money.
Number 4.
And a lot of it.
She'll ask you where
Tap
you go.
the heart and the
what-
plus sign
Number 8.
on my photo right now before
She'll
the 10
support your
seconds.
goals. and
Mark,
push
this
you.
activates the energy of abundance surrounding you.
right now be replaced.
In
When
this
any
very
of this
moment,
happening and have a true
this
love in your
person
life,
has seen
you
you
can
grow
just
in
understand
silence.
feelings, but no one
They
says
know
what
you're
to
about
do.
to cross a line
When
that will
being
change your
good only
financial
brings-
situation. And even if they haven't said it out loud, they're considering you for
Contacto
something
que te
huge.
aparezca va a
Type
ser la
5,
persona que
8,
va a celebrar
4.
contigo.
In the
This message
comments,
reached
that's
you
the
because
number
I,
that
Jesus,
seals
am
this
protecting
message of
you.
alignment
Dándome el
and
orgullo.
prosperity.
Antes que
This
arriesgarme
energy
a
isn't here by
perderte.
chance.
Discutimos,
It's a
sigo
reward for your
queriendo abrazarte.
consistency for keeping the faith,
No importa
even
cuán-
when no one else
La
did.
espiritualidad me ha
And
estado
now,
diciendo que hoy en
listen
día
closely.
ya no eres amigo o
When you
amiga
share
de
this
esta
video on
mujer.
WhatsApp,
Ustedes
look at
siguen
the
caminando.
8th contact that appears. That person will be key in the next big financial
The
shift
worst
in your
part
life.
is that this
Type
person
I
has
receive
no
this
intention of
abundance
telling
and
you.
get ready.
Y hagas lo
Because
que
what
te
once
digo.
seemed impossible
Ves estos botones
is
al
now
lado.
coming
The
straight
worst
to you.
feeling for a man is when he
is no
tries to
longer
have a
interested in
conversation
you,
with a woman.
You'll begin to
Sometimes a
see a
number says
change
more
in
than
her
we
character
realize.
and attitude
The number
towards
you just chose.
She'll begin to disrespect
If you give them a
you.
chance,
She'll begin to
they will
take a
always
longer
respect
time to
and care.
respond to
Curious
your
part.
text. She'll begin to give you
Click on the red
unreasonable
cross below my
excuses why
photos.
she's
I
always
don't care who's
busy and
doing
doesn't
better
have
than me.
time for you.
I'm not in
She'll begin to
competition
pick
with anyone else.
unnecessary unnecessary
You are
fights
going
or
to leave
arguments
your
with
whole
you or
family
set you up
that
for
has
something she
always
knows
you.
you'll fall for in order to
these
have a
5
perfect
things.
ground to
1,
break up with
a
you.
girl who is
When
not
this
shy.
happens,
Let me make
you
one
should
thing
know she has
clear.
either cheated
I don't
on you,
care how
and her
important
change of attitude is
A
her
big
trying to
blessing is
justify
coming to
her
your
act,
life.
or feel
The way
better
you
of
treat this
herself,
video-
or she has
Something
seen
you've been
someone
waiting
she
for a
feels
long
is better
time
than you.
could arrive
Either
sooner
way,
than you imagine.
you must
Don't
have some
force it. If they
self-respect
wanted to
and
be
let her
with
go. She ain't
they
worth
would
it.
be.
Because if you
Not
don't
just
let
as
her
a
go,
boyfriend, but
she
as a
will do it in a
husband.
very
4,
disgusting
a
and
girl who
hurting way
treats sweeper
possible.
off her
Yes, that's
feet.
what happens
And
when you
when
give
you
a woman
find her,
too much power.
well,
She will
let's
misuse it. And if you don't want
My
any of this
frustration
happening
wasn't
and have a
anger.
true love in your life,
It was hurt.
You
That
can
message
just
him
understand
first.
female
He needs to
psychology
make the move.
and learn
And when
game
he
with my
does,
female psychology
She wants
series
the
linked
world to
below
know that's
now.
her man. A hidden relationship.
Number 3.
If a man is
woman
done
who
with
doesn't
you,
take
you will see
instructions-
these 3 signs clearly.
But he is playing a game.
Listen carefully.
He made a
1.
decision.
He stops communicating with
for
you.
your looks.
He doesn't
not
call.
your soul.
He doesn't text.
Don't
He no longer checks in. The conversations you used to have become distant, dry, or completely
He
gone.
just chose you.
He used to ask how your
You were
day
my
went.
lesson,
Now it
my
feels like
heartbreak.
silence has taken his
everything.
place. When
Silence
someone truly
is
loves
strength.
you, communication
Risk
doesn't
do
fade.
anything
Even in
and
tough
everything
times.
for you.
You threw
2.
away the girl that he's
Because
suddenly
I
too
want to.
busy for you.
So
He
if I
always
ever
has
fall short,
excuses. Work. I've been
Stress.
through enough. Plans that don't
I've
involve.
cried
in silence. He stops making
Comment
time
your
for you.
name and write
The
queen.
dates,
This
the little
word is for me.
moments,
In the last
the
24
plans for the
hours,
future
if so,
all
a
disappear.
clear sign
You're no
is
longer
missing.
part of his
Rule
priorities,
number 1,
and that
don't
hurts.
go broke trying
3.
to look rich.
He grows
Every
emotionally
image of
cold.
you is a snapshot
The
of the
affection
joy
fades.
and warmth.
No
because
hugs,
he
no
couldn't
kisses,
put your
no
bills
soft
at the
touches.
moment.
He doesn't
Everyone
say
wants
I love
financial-
you anymore,
If
and
you
when
want
he
me to
does,
enter
it
your
feels
home and
forced.
remove all the evil
His
inside,
words don't
Do
match his
everything they
actions.
can
If
to
you're
cheer you
seeing
up,
these signs,
or
don't
simply
ignore
be
them.
there.
You deserve honesty,
So,
not
yeah,
confusion.
keep pretending you're
You
with
deserve
me.
love,
Keep
not
it-
distance.
She doesn't care
Drop
about
a
overseas
100
holidays
if this spoke to
or
your
the
heart.
brand of the
And share
Just
it with
your
someone who
loyalty and
needs
respect.
respect. Because she gives you
There is
hers
someone
with
lying to you.
La segunda,
And this lie has been
dinero
going
que
on for
no
months.
esperabas.
The worst part is that this person has no intention of telling you the truth anytime soon. Right, thank you to confirm do you want to know this the most revelation? curious part?
There's many faces.
Click on the red
But the
cross
truth
below my
is,
photo so you
they
can
can
find
watch
out
you.
who
Energy
it
of
is.
abundance surrounding
And
you.
now do the following. Click
In
on
this
the
very
heart,
moment,
that
it
then
will
on the
be
share
so.
arrow. And now I will reveal to you on your WhatsApp list.
Find a girl who does these 5 things. 1, a girl who is not shy on showing others how much she loves you. 2, a girl who lives far away but has never cheated on you. 3, a girl who sees you not just as a boyfriend but as a husband. 4, a girl who treats you like a king. 5, a girl who asks for permission before doing something simply because she respects you and considers your decisions. If you've watched this far, drop a 100. It shows you're a part of the one person who actually finishes what they start. So, keep your eyes open, your heart ready, and your mind clear. Who knows? Maybe that girl you're searching for is just around the corner, waiting for someone like you to come along and sweep her off her feet. And when you find her, well, let's just say you'll know it was worth the wait. At last there is saying that the greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved. Loved for ourselves, or rather loved in spite of ourselves.
I believe that if you give
When a
him the
woman is
opportunity,
no longer interested in you, you'll begin to see a change in her character and attitude towards you. She'll begin to disrespect you. She'll begin to take a longer
Things
time
happen.
to respond to
They see your
text.
progress,
She'll begin to
your
give
consistency.
you unreasonable excuses why
$1,000,000
she's
will fall
always
into
busy
your
and doesn't have
account
time for
incredibly.
you. She'll begin
But
to pick unnecessary fights or arguments with you or set you up for something
Energy
she
of the
knows you'll
universe.
fall for
And if you stayed
in order
until
to
the
have
end
a
of the
perfect
video,
ground to
there's
break
a
up with you.
Careful,
When this
if you ignore
happens,
this
you should
video,
know she has either
bad
cheated on
news
you,
will ruin
and her
your
change of
ability
attitude
and
is her
embrace your
trying to
resilience.
justify her act,
Every
or
setback
feel
is
better
an
of
even the
herself,
end.
or she has
I
seen
see
someone she
everything,
feels is better
and I'm
than
with
you.
you.
Either
And
way,
once and
you
for
must
all,
have some
that God has
self-respect
always been
and
with
let her
you.
go.
He does
She
it
ain't
for
worth
you.
feelings
Because
and
if you don't
boundaries.
let
Let her go.
When you prioritize your partner's
and hurting way possible.
positivity,
Yes,
and
that's
good
what
news.
happens when you give a
You've
woman
been
too
through
much
a lot.
power. She will misuse it. And if you don't want any of this happening and have a true love in your life,
It is
you can just
third-party
understand
tested,
female
made with
psychology
premium
and learn
ingredients.
game with my female psychology series linked below now.
Your energy on getting a
When
better
a woman
life
is
for
no
yourself.
longer interested
Be
in
wise.
You'll begin to see a change in her character and attitude towards you. She'll begin to disrespect you. She'll begin to take a longer time to respond to your text. She'll begin to give you unreasonable excuses why she's always busy and doesn't have time for you. She'll begin to pick unnecessary fights or arguments with you or set you up for something she knows you'll fall for in order to have a perfect ground to break up with you. When this happens, you should know she has either cheated on you, and her change of attitude is her trying to justify her act, or feel better of herself, or she has seen someone she feels is better than you. Either way, you must have some self-respect and let her go. She ain't worth it, because if you don't let her go, she will do it in a very disgusting and hurting way possible. Yes, that's what happens when you give a woman too much power. She will misuse it. Because if you don't want any of this happening and have a true love in your life, everyone wants you can just understand female psychology and learn game with my female psychology series link below now.
Before you go to sleep tonight, I want you to hear
stick
this,
with you through the highs and the
because
lows.
it's not a coincidence that
That's the
this
difference
video
between us.
found
For me,
you.
it's not just
Something
about
powerful is
replying.
about to happen
Stay
in your
single
life,
and invest in yourself.
and it starts tonight.
God
is trying to speak to you.
Don't leave anything
Two
for later.
major things are about to shift.
By
But don't
age 35,
scroll.
you should be
The last
smart enough to
person
know
ignored
these
this,
6 things.
and
He
they
will
missed
send an
their blessing.
unbelievable blessing
Don't make
into
the
your
same
life.
mistake.
Trust.
The Bible
You
says,
think I changed?
whoever rejects a
No,
blessing
I just stopped playing
invites
nice while
sorrow.
getting...
You think it's
So
impossible
right now,
because he has a big
tap
ego
the
and
heart
is stubborn.
and follow me.
If you're an Aries, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Cancer, Gemini, don't lose a good man. Because of these 5 mistakes.
If another man is able to get close to your woman,
because the monkeys don't know that money can
I
buy
don't care
a lot
what
of
people say
bananas.
about me, because
In
I know
fact,
who I am.
If you offer work and business to people,
and that's when you
they will
realize
choose to work.
Feelings for
Because
you, but
most
is also
people
jealous
don't
of
know
you.
that a business
To find
can
out
make
their
more money
But now I
than
fear
a
losing my
salary.
time. If I live
One
according
of
to
the
others'
reasons
opinions,
the
you don't
poor
need
are
anyone's
poor
validation to
is
feel
because
whole.
the poor are not
So don't
trained to
waste your
recognize the
And I give
entrepreneurial
respect to
opportunity.
those who deserve it.
They
Leave
spend a
that
lot
heart
of
in
time
red,
in school,
activate the blessing,
and what
and
they
send it to
learn
the
in
first person
school
who appears.
is to
And she
work
no
for
longer
a
cares what
salary
happens.
instead of
A
working for
woman does not
themselves.
make feel.
Profit
I wasn't
is
looking
better
for a
than
fight.
wages
I
because
was looking for
wages can
undiscipline,
support you.
not to defend
But
yourself
profits
or
can
fix
make you a
things,
fortune.
just to hear.
Comes back later
If you
saying
don't
she
learn
misses
to
what you
recognize
had.
opportunities,
Just remember,
you will continue
silent
to
when you
choose the
win.
safe path
Be careful.
rather than the
Jealousy
profitable
where-
one.
Make it make sense.
Don't forget
They'll
to
say-
follow us.
I don't think you understand how much I truly care about you. Yeah, I'm annoying, I'm stupid, I make dumb decisions sometimes.
She is an arrogant.
But that's because how you make me feel.
That's your
okay?
sign.
Not talking to you makes it feel like
I
it's
gave
the
my
end of
heart to
world,
those who
okay?
didn't deserve
But
it.
that's because I'm clean. That's the type of guy I am.
Treat you.
And not every guy is like that. Some just don't give a fuck what you're doing. They don't give a fuck if you don't talk to them. They don't give a fuck
you
if
need to
text
understand
them.
it.
All they give a fuck
You
is,
don't
hey,
chase
they're
someone
my
who
girl,
you
and I
disappear.
claim them.
Not
But
because
I'm
you're
not
weak,
like that.
but pick you up.
I
to the
wish
good
I could
things you
truly
never
show
paid
you the
attention to.
genuine care
No matter
and
how
love
nice-
that I
And even if
have
they
for
haven't
you.
said it out loud,
I want to
they're
make you feel like
considering
the
you for
most
something
important
huge.
girl
Willing to
in
wait
my
as
world.
long as it took until
Like
she
no
could
other
call
girl
you
competes
hers.
with you.
If you
Because baby
stay,
girl, you got my
it's
attention.
because there's something
But
important
there's
you
no
need to
way
hear.
that I could truly
Finally here,
show you
chosen
that.
one.
Show
No
you
need to
what
rush
I'm
off.
seeing in you, what I'm
universe-
feeling about
qualities
you.
that you possess,
Maybe one
and
day,
she doesn't.
just one day,
Right.
I'll be able to show you how
your kindness, your peace, your clarity.
Someone
your
is
strength,
planning
and
to
your wisdom.
apologize to
Happiness is on
you.
its
Since
way.
this morning, they've been
If you
gathering the
believe in this
courage to send you an
revelation.
apology message. However, they are still hesitant and worried,
Until it's
so they haven't
convenient
sent
for
it
you.
yet.
You say
Stay
you
until
love
the
me,
end
but all I
to
see is
discover
odds.
who it
the
is.
person who appears will bring you a lot of luck, but that's not all.
Click the heart
She
and the
is
plus
close,
sign on my photo for
and
luck
I'm
this
going to
month.
reveal to you
This
the
person realizes their mistakes
let
and has
another
been
human
holding their
treat me like
phone
an
with the
option.
message ready to
Even when
send.
it's hard, he's
Despite
your
their
co-op,
doubts,
your protector
their
and leader
desire
by
to
a
reach
law's
out to
command.
you remains strong. Please use this audio privately
on the
and
list
reply
shares
yes
the
to
same
confirm
initial.
if they have mentioned you to
As the
someone.
person who...
If you're
Curious
watching
part.
this video now, they
Click
will
on the
miss
red
you
cross
deeply.
below my photo so you
Within the
Is
next 12
58.
hours, they will
Please
send you
enter
heartfelt
58 in the
messages,
comments.
pleading for
Let's
your
not be
forgiveness and
susceptible.
asking to come
That
back
pollutes
into
a
your life.
relationship.
Do not
Peace
reach out
and
to them
healing.
first.
And if there's
They have
anything I can
obstacles
do
to
make amends,
overcome before
don't
they
expect
return
me
to you. But their love
If
for
you're in
you
my life,
is unwavering, and they are determined to conquer these challenges. I am sharing this video today on insert current date.
So he
Remember,
plays games
karma
with her
is
so
real.
no one else can
If
have
you do
her.
nothing, they may lose hope
Friendship
and
in
move
this
on.
day and age is on the
Want
lips
to
of
know who
many,
this person is?
but in
Press the share button. The second contact that appears is the person who wants to apologize and return to you. I wish you abundant blessings.
They envy your success.
I don't understand our relationship.
Very
sometimes we're friends, sometimes we're more. And sometimes I'm just a stranger to you. One minute you treat me like I'm special, and the next you act like I don't matter. One day you give me lots of attention, and the next day you ignore me. Don't play with
the true measure of a person's worth isn't.
It's confusing how our connection changes all the time, and leaving me uncertain.
Roommates. And finally, number 7, which is the most important for me.
To show some love for this video. I appreciate it.
More,
now let's get started.
Step back as a stranger. But the ups and downs are too much.
You believe
I deserve clarity and respect.
Will be very happy.
If you're
now,
unsure about us,
listen.
please talk to me openly. It's better than leaving me guessing and feeling like an option.
It doesn't come from your enemy.
I won't be a pawn in a game of uncertainty. Let's either define what we are or go our separate ways.
You hit the plus, and
my
use
heart
the sound
deserves
right
more
now
than this constant back and forth between closeness and distance.
Your long-awaited prayer
is that the only person I need to impress is myself.
Women you must avoid.
I'm not living my life.
Number 1. A woman surrounded by many men whom she calls her friends.
Stop fucking with my feelings just because you can't
business. And would you please hold on the line to take a small survey?
Avoid her.
With you or set you up for something she knows you'll fall for.
A woman who wants you for your money and brings you no
value. Tell each other everything straight.
She's a financial vampire and parasite. She'll ruin you.
Number 7,
avoid her.
Which is the most important for me.
Number 3, a woman who doesn't take instructions,
the silence,
correction, and directions from you.
The moments where one
she
person
is an arrogant and business to people. They will choose to work an angry, bitter, unhappy woman who gives you no peace. Avoid her. Number 5, a woman who constantly disrespects you.
Not just because it's beautiful, but because it heals.
I don't chase after. If you're not following me, you might not see me again. But if you are,
I give respect to those who
deserve it. You're growing every day.
Find light in your darkest moments and never make you
understand how much I truly care about you. Yeah, I'm annoying, I'm
Number
stupid,
1,
I make
dumb
decisions
sometimes. A woman surrounded by many men.
But that's because how you make me feel. Okay?
If it is,
not talking to you
focus on
makes it feel like it's the end of my world.
Focus on your goals.
But that's because I'm clean. That's the type of guy I am. And not every guy is like that. Some just don't give a fuck what you're doing. They don't give a fuck if you don't talk to them. They don't give a fuck if you text them.
Start giving it to yourself.
All they give a fuck is, hey,
when
they're my girl and I claim them.
A woman who doesn't take instructions.
They will say you can't do it. They will say you are not good enough.
That I have for you.
Loyalty
I want to make you feel like the most important girl in my world.
Asking God for a sign,
like
for an
no
answer.
Other girl
and guess what?
You. Because baby girl, you got my attention.
Talk it out.
But there's no way that I can truly show you that.
Truth,
show you what I'm seeing in you, what I'm feeling about you. Maybe one day, just one day, I'll be able to show you how important you are to me.
That person wants to hug and talk with you.
The richest man in China,
she's the one who brightens your darkest days, bringing warmth. Is he faithful? Is he rooted in values? Wealth without glitter. Number 4, don't lose a good nouns are too much. I deserve clarity and respect.
If you offer work and business to people,
it took strength to let go.
They will choose to work.
Not because I stopped.
Because most people don't know that a business can make more money than a salary. One of the reasons the poor are poor is because the poor are not trained to recognize
because they know the value of real love, real friendships.
They spend a lot of time in school, and what they learn in school is to work for a salary instead of working for themselves.
Welcome.
Profit is better than wages because wages can support you, but profits can make you a fortune. If you don't learn to recognize opportunities, you will continue to choose the safe path rather than the profitable one.
I just realized you didn't want me.
Don't forget
we can work
to
through whatever
us.
it is, but only I don't understand our relationship.
To share
sometimes we're friends, sometimes we're more, and sometimes I'm just a stranger to you.
Because
one
she
minute
already
you
left
treat me like I'm special, and the next you act like I don't matter. One day you give me lots of attention, and the next day you ignore me. Don't play with my feelings because you're unsure about yours. It's confusing how our connection changes all the time, leaving me uncertain.
A place full of
I wish things were consistent and stable between us.
Let's fix this.
I'm willing to be a friend,
I don't want to lose you.
or step back as a stranger. But the ups and downs are too much. Faith. I deserve clarity and respect. If you're unsure about us, please
Skip
talk to
this
me
video
openly.
if you love the devil.
It's better than
If you
leaving
love
me
Jesus,
guessing and
stay
feeling like
on.
an
About your
option.
name.
I
But
won't
if
be
you
a pawn
ignore
in a
this
game
video,
of uncertainty.
they'll move.
That you changed.
Let's either define what we are or go
She's
our
trying to
separate
just-
ways.
She will always want to text,
My heart
call,
deserves
or
more
see
than
you.
this constant back and forth between closeness
Number 7.
and distance.
She'll remember the little things.
Tired, confused, and
There is
drained. That's
someone
not what
lying
love
to
feels
you.
like.
And this
That's
lie
your
has
sign.
been going on for months.
what you say,
The
even how
worst
you
part
feel.
is that this
That's her
person
love
has no
language.
intention of telling you the truth
Number 3.
anytime soon.
If she sleeps
But do
before,
you
Cut
want
off
to know
that
the
bad
most
energy.
curious part?
Hit the heart and tap the red plus
Click
under
on the
my
red
picture
cross
to
below
vote.
my
Here.
photo so
I'll
you
still
can find
be
out
here
who it
for you.
is.
I'll still
And
lend
now
you
do
my
the
show up
following.
character
Click
is a
on the
trap.
heart.
Don't
then
be
on
the
the share
woman who
arrow,
leaves gold
and
to
look
ch-
at
When a
who
girl
is the
loves
fifth
you, she will
person
be
on
so
your
attached
WhatsApp
to you.
list.
She'll always want to call
There
you.
is someone
Thanks for
lying to
watching.
you.
Stay
And this lie has
blessed.
been going on for months.
not because
The
she wants
worst
to
part
control
is
you,
that this person has
but
no
because she cares
intention of
about
telling
you.
you the truth
Peso que
anytime
cargas hace
soon.
tiempo, pum.
But do you want to know
Se
the
va.
most curious
Chase
part?
or tolerate half love.
Click on the red cross
So
below
yes,
my
I
photo
made a
so you
mistake.
can find out
Si
who it
dejas
is.
pasar este
And
video,
now do the
esa
following.
energía
Click
se
on the
rompe.
heart.
Hicimos este
Then
acto
on the share
profético.
arrow. And
Cientos de
look at who is
personas
the fifth
regresaron para
person on your WhatsApp list.
Comparte este mensaje.
You're going to
y
have
sigue la
serious
cuenta
problems
para-
with a woman who is betraying your trust and talking badly about you behind
You
your
can find
back.
out who it is.
She seems close to
And
you.
now do the
and I'm
following.
going to reveal
Click
the
on-
first letter
Y
of
lo sé,
her name in this video.
porque me está quemando
Even
la
though she
lengua
shows affection
decirte.
towards
It's
you,
defensive and
she's
flips it
actually
on him,
envious and wants
making
you
him
to
feel
face
like he's the
difficulties.
problem.
To discover
Support,
who she
not
is and
judgment.
free yourself from her negative
Listen
impact,
before it's
you
defensive
need
and flips
to
it
tune
on him,
into the energy
making
of the
him
universe.
feel like he's the
Click
problem.
the
To
red
what
button
people
above
say
my photo
behind your
to
back.
make this connection.
A lion never
this woman
looks
is
back.
jealous of your
Let me make
kindness
one
and
thing clear.
generosity,
I don't care
qualities
how
you have
important
that
you
she
are.
lacks. She wants to see you in tough situations because she recognizes your
When you
bright
see someone
aura.
who is always
To break
calm,
this bond of envy,
incredibly
type
kind,
thanks in
Forgave
the
you
comments
even when you
so the
didn't
power
say
of the
sorry.
universe can free you
But
from
that
her
burden
negative
for love.
influence.
I learned
now,
to stop
I'm
fighting
going to
for
reveal
people
the
who didn't
initial
fight
of
for
her
me.
name.
Truth speaks
But
louder
first,
than
press
promises.
the heart until it turns
A man who
red.
truly cares
When
with
you
you
click
or
the green
set you
share
up for
button,
something she
the
knows
sixth
you'll
person on
fall
your
for
list has the
in
same
order-
initial as this woman who is betraying your trust. If you believe in the power
I'd
of the
probably
universe,
leave myself
show
too.
your trust by
But here I
typing
am,
thanks
trying
in the
about other
comments.
women in your life
You're going to
and
have
accepts
serious
everything with
problems
an
with a
it's
woman.
okay. Or they can talk about
Success
you.
is
But
not
they can't
about
stop what
never
God has
falling, but about rising every time you fall. Each time you get up, you grow stronger and closer to your goals. Remember, every setback is a setup for your comeback.
I trust that you're going.
I don't think you understand how much I truly care about you. Yeah, I'm annoying, I'm
Never let
stupid,
your
I
woman
make dumb
keep a male
decisions
best friend.
sometimes.
Save.
But that's because how you make me
This
feel.
video a lot.
Okay?
You'll
Not
make
talking
Jesus
to you
happy.
makes
And
it feel
before
like
this
it's
week
the
is
end of
out-
my world, okay? But that's
But you
because I'm
hold
clean.
the
That's the
power
type
to
of
break
guy I
this
am.
curse.
And not every guy is like that. Some just don't give a fuck what you're doing. They don't give a fuck if you don't talk to them. They don't give a fuck
woman
if
who
you
wants
text
you
them.
for your money
All they
and
give a
brings
fuck
you-
is, hey,
She's
they're my
family.
girl and
The
I
one who
claim
shows
them.
up,
But I'm
stays
not
late.
like that.
Don't value me.
I wish I could truly show you the genuine care and love that I have for you. I want to make you feel like the most important girl in my
Invest your time in
world.
relationships
Like no other
where
girl
understanding
competes with
dreamed
you.
about you in
Because
ways
baby
I
girl,
can't
you got
even
my
describe
attention.
here without
But
getting.
there's no way that I could truly show you that. Show you what I'm seeing in you, what I'm feeling about you.
Join
Maybe
us on our
one
journey
day,
by following.
just
Here's
one
how
day,
you'll know
I'll be
this
able to show
message
you
is
how
meant for
important
you.
you are.
Tap the green.
But today,
Don't trust
you will be
anyone.
graced with a miracle. Give
Life
to this
is full
video
of
will
fake
be
people who
reciprocated.
pretend
I know
to
this
care.
because they are
But
the
when
A
you
woman
need
buying
them the
you
most,
gift means
they're
nothing.
nowhere to be found. That is hurt.
First,
but
follow
it
me so we
teaches
don't
you
lose
to
this
trust
connection.
yourself.
Of icon,
That keep
and your
your
sixth
heart
contact
safe.
has the same initial as
Don't
If you're thinking
trust
about
anyone.
giving it another go, go all
Life
in.
is full of
Let them
fake
know they're
people
worth
who
it.
pretend to
Seeing
care.
your insecurities
But when you
and
need
offering
them
you
the
comfort.
most,
or
they're
how many
nowhere
times
to
we
be
stop
found.
talking.
That is
You are
hurt.
still going to be
But
my
it
correction.
teaches you to trust
takes someone
yourself.
special.
That
It
keep your
takes a
heart
patient.
safe.
About you. He's starting
Careful.
to realize that
Take
he
a
made the
deep
mistake.
breath and check
Your
the
friends.
first contact that
Keep in
appears
mind
in
that
your
people
WhatsApp
have their
list.
own interests.
Because I have something to
You
tell
lose
you
my
about
trust.
this person.
People come and
And
go.
I'm sure you're
Don't have-
not
And what
expecting
happens in
it.
this case scenario
But first,
is you
click
end
on
up
my
losing.
photo
together
and
and
tap
look forward
the
to
plus
all the adventures
to keep
that
this
await us.
connection between
Is
us
the second
strong.
person you see when
Done
you use
that?
WhatsApp
Great.
to share this video.
Now let's go.
And as soon as the money is
Open
gone,
that first contact.
so is the respect.
Yes,
Count.
that one.
You must press the
Because
button
there's
below
one
my photo
important truth
and
you
write
need to hear
moment
about
to
this
strike
person.
and bring chaos into your
This
life.
person
You need to
really
And
loves
every
you.
twist and turn is
They
shaping
care
you into the
deeply
incredible.
about you. They want to be near you. They admire you.
Watching how they show
respect
up
you.
in the world when there's nothing to.
Anything just
can
to
truly
see you
have an
happy.
impact.
They don't
Tap
say
the
it
heart.
all the
fury
time,
has been intense,
but wherever
but
they
victory
are,
is certain.
whether at work,
Once you do this,
on the street,
protection will
or lying
surround
in
you,
bed,
and her evil
you're
intentions
constantly
right here in this
their
video.
thoughts.
Doubts?
So don't let
No
small
worries.
things create distance.
Tap the green button
This
in the corner
person
of the
is
screen
special,
to share the video.
and they're in
on
your
the
Why
life
people
for a
decide to walk
reason.
away.
Comment
I can't
love
shake the feeling
right
that if
here to honor that
respecting
energy,
the
and I'll
relationship.
send a little blessing from the universe to strengthen your connection.